Excellent. This turtle has just initiated the egg laying. And so what we're going to do is we're going to remove a bit of sand so we can count the eggs as they are falling into the nest. Now one has to be careful so that sand doesn't fall into the egg chamber. As you can tell, they dig really deep nests. The average depth of a green turtle nest here in Tortuguero is over 70 centimeters, or just over 2 feet in depth. The eggs are approximately ping pong ball sized, and the average clutch here in Tortuguero for a green turtle is about 114 eggs. You can see how she's pushing to get those eggs out.
Once the sea turtle actually starts to deposit its eggs, they almost enter a trance-like state, if you will, where you can work with the turtle, measure it and tag it, and do things that you might think would really disturb it and cause it to abandon the nesting process. But once the eggs start to come out, they sort of go past a point of no return where they're committed to laying the eggs. That's the point at which we can conduct our research and our work with the animals without bothering them.
Douglas is counting the eggs. We're going to take this opportunity to mark this nest. That means that we're going to measure the distance between the nest and 3 points in the vegetation where we put flagging tape. That will allow us to monitor this nest until all the hatchlings have left the nest, or until something might have happened to the nest, maybe a predator has come along and eaten the eggs.
To protect her eggs from predators, the female works painstakingly to disguise her nest.
Now you can see how dexterous the green turtle's rear flippers are. They're almost like little hands in the way that they're shuffling the sand onto the nest. And she'll continue doing this for another 5 or 10 minutes, and then she'll start using all 4 flippers to camouflage the whole nesting site. And the camouflage stage is actually the stage that is the most extensive. It might take, on average, about 43 minutes for the green turtles here to camouflage the nest, but sometimes they might stay for well over an hour.
The researchers then begin attaching identifying tags and measuring her size.
This turtle here has got an old tag hole, indicating that it's probably been tagged before, but we're going to attach 2 new tags to it. On one side here it's got a unique tag number that allows us to identify the turtle, and on the back it's got a return address. So if someone catches this turtle away from Tortuguero, then we'll find out where it went after leaving here. And over the years we've had over 4,000 tag returns from green turtles that have been tagged here in Tortuguero.
Now we find a spot on the back of the flipper that doesn't interfere with the movement of the turtle. It can still swim and navigate perfectly with this little device on there. And there are also very few nerve endings in that area, so it's not something that hurts the turtle as it's being applied.
93857.
Sebastian points out an interesting aspect of sea turtle mating.
You can see this scar here. Now that's what's been left from the male turtle when it mounted the female and was mating. And they hook onto the female carapace. They got a claw on each front flipper. And you can see sometimes they wear the carapace down all the way down to the bone. And the poor female has to stand all that treatment. So this turtle is just slightly larger than the average. The average is about 104.5. So this is about 2 centimeters larger than the average. Which probably means that it's about average weight as well, which is roughly 250 pounds. So we're talking about a big mama.
During the egg-laying process is when the female adult turtles are the most vulnerable to human poachers, and there is another growing threat in Tortuguero. This last year, over 100 turtles were killed by jaguars. Find out more about these powerful cat killers when Wild Odyssey returns. In darkness, the most dangerous predator of sea turtles other than humans are jungle jaguars.
Basically what they do, as many cat animals, is that they grab the prey by the neck, usually drag it into the vegetation, mainly feeds on the areas around the neck, and sometimes actually scoops out whatever it can get from the inside. And it's amazing if you think that these animals weigh 250 pounds, and jaguars just grab them by the neck and haul them into the vegetation. And I mean, a human would find it difficult to drag a turtle, even more so a struggling turtle, into the vegetation. So these are extremely powerful animals.
Unlike human poachers, the biologists with the CCC view the predator cats as only natural.
We're quite proud to have jaguars still walking the beach. I mean, if you vision a huge cat that walks the beach silently at night and then attacks these giant reptiles that come out of the ocean to lay their eggs in the sand, it's quite something. Primeval, yes, biblical.
Meanwhile, Big Mama has been working hard to disguise her nest.
The disguising process is a very important process after the turtle nests in order to hide the egg chamber from would-be predators. Here you can just barely make out the old body pit area. And for this particular green turtle, although it's several feet this way now, the actual egg chamber is somewhere around in here. So on the beach, you come up and find these giant holes, and many people see them and think, well, somewhere right in the middle is where those eggs must be. But of course, she's been disguising the area and digging out sand several feet away from where the original egg chamber was. So the would-be predator really has no idea where those eggs are. They're actually well back here.
Okay, she's on the move.
That nest there.
Her job done, Big Mama finds her way back to the sea.
When I'm on the beach at night in a place like Tortuguero or in the Archie Carr Refuge, and you're watching a sea turtle nest, it's literally like existing millions of years ago. You're watching a scene that took place exactly as you're watching it 100 or 200 million years ago. Sea turtles show you a glimpse of what the world used to be like.
And it's gone.